All right, let's start with the Patriots and Cleveland. These were two teams that you're sort of wondering, like, this is one of those games, like, that's the difference when you play a team about your own level where you end up 10-7 or 7-10, right? It's just these kind of toss-up games. BMAC, it was 7-0 Cleveland, and then it wasn't 45-7. It says both. Does it say more that New England can be dangerous, or Cleveland just wasn't up to the task after sort of dominating Cincy last week?
I think it says a little bit of both regarding both teams. You definitely felt like you would see a drop-off offensively from the Browns, knowing that Chubb would not be in the lineup, and clearly we saw that. They're a better ball club when he is healthy and he is in the lineup. But when you transition to the Patriots, right now, the way they're rolling on the defensive side, and then you factor in the rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, this team could be a very, very scary team because they're still one of the best well-coached teams in the National Football League. And now the rookie is starting to get really acclimated to the NFL world. He understands defenses better than what we saw in the first few weeks. They're running the football better, and they're healthy. So this is a team you have to monitor because, yes, I know the Buffalo Bills are beating up on the New York Football Jets, but even you said this, even though they're winning today, something seems to be off a little bit with the Buffalo Bills.
I'm telling you what, this Patriots defense is playing extremely well. They're playing like a Bill Belichick defense, and that's really the difference here. We can talk about Mac Jones. He just played okay last week against the Carolina Panthers. Look at what this defense is doing. Look what Bill Belichick did against Justin Herbert 2 weeks ago. Look at what he did to the Carolina Panthers, albeit against Sam Darnold. But that offense has some talent, crushed them and held them to just, 6 points last week. And now this game, 7 points against a respectable Cleveland Browns offense. Yeah, they're missing Nick Chubb. They had Dearness Johnson, who rushed for a whole bunch of yards very, very recently when he was put into that duty. They had the tight ends. They had the offensive line. They crushed them. They only allowed 1 third down out of about 11 attempts. And yeah, Baker Mayfield went out and in came Case Keenum, but they combined for around 150 passing yards. This defense, when you look at what the safety hybrid linebackers are doing, Adrian Phillips, Kyle Duggar, who had a turnover out there, this is a very, very good defense, this New England Patriots team. So as long as Mac Jones can keep the ship steady, the defense will lead the way. And if you get a great game out of rookie Mac Jones, as we have gotten plenty of times, but again, all he needs to be is just average for them to win football games. Instead, he was great today, and that's why we see the 38-point difference.
So the New England Patriots, don't tell anybody, 6-4. Remember, week 1, they gave one away to Miami where they fumbled it when they had it won. They've been 6-3 since then. And they also lost in the last minute against Tom Brady. They have played excellent football. Maybe even deserve an extra game out of that 6-4. But they're going to be a team that's going to be in the playoff hunt. Meanwhile, Cleveland's 5-5 now, and they better pick it up or else they could end up not having the type of season they were hoping for off last year when they went deep into the playoffs in the AFC. All right, on the call of that game, the great Charles Davis. Love having him aboard. Charles, it was 7-0 Cleveland, and then what the heck happened?
You guys have been breaking it down so well. Hello, Brian. Hello, Jonathan, Eric. I mean, listening to what you said, you guys get your fingers firmly on the pulse here. Here's what happened. New England came back with a tremendous game plan. Josh McDaniels as their offensive coordinator and play caller. I don't think that Joe Woods, the Cleveland defense coordinator, had a chance today, and I don't mean that as a put down. Joe Woods, I think, is a tremendous coach. But today, Josh McDaniels had everything clicking, everything he wanted to do, which was mainly run the ball inside on power runs with Ramondre Stevenson, 246 pounds. Make sure you occupy Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney with different things outside. Chip them, cut them on the quick passes, run screens and reverses towards them. Anything to slow them down where they have to think rather than just react and go. They got that accomplished in a big way. And Mac Jones, as you guys pointed out, had a big day throwing the football, very accurate right from the beginning. But it was a complete deal on offense. And then the defensive side, which is really, to me, keyed their winning streak, it continues to play at a big level. And the group that doesn't get the credit they deserve, because we know J.C. Jackson's taken away passes. Kyle Duggar's had 3 interceptions last 5 games, I believe now. Matt Judon, of course, is sacking people off the edge. Is that defensive front, because I know what the numbers say, since we're talking about numbers, but they have played very well against the run in recent weeks. After that first drive, they shut down Dearness Johnson in that running game for Cleveland. Never gave him a crack after that. This team is really rounding into form, and I'm going to leave it with this. If you're the Buffalo Bills, who you thought you would be sprinting ahead of the pack right now, the specter of this team in blue and red is starting to loom once again.
Fair enough. And obviously New England was great today. But meanwhile, Cleveland is a team that made a deep run in the playoffs last year. What's different right now about this team? And is it fixable as we go forward? Look, I know they've had injuries to the running backs, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. Yeah. But that's not 45-7 different. I mean, what is different when you watch them and evaluate them for 4 quarters from the booth?
Well, a couple of things. You did mention the injuries, and some of them are legit, like not having Chubb, not having Kareem Hunt. I love Dearness Johnson, but let's face it, he's going to be number 3 behind those two no matter what you do. Those guys give you the home run hitting ability. All right. They've lost Jack Conklin at right tackle. Blake Hance is a battler, but it's not as easy for them over there when they want to throw it. To me, though, the thing that people aren't talking about, we tried to talk about a little bit in the game, is inside presence with Malik McDowell and Malik Jackson, who I like both very much. But plug in the Pittsburgh tape, plug in today's tape, and see if running inside isn't possible. It is. And teams are doing it now. I know they're only giving up 85 yards per game on the ground. I feel like people are going to challenge them more now. People who have a commitment to the running game and are dedicated with it, I think they're going to challenge them a little bit more inside until Cleveland shores that up and is able to stop them. Because, once again, that didn't happen out here today. And you try to plug in that Pittsburgh tape from 2 weeks ago. That didn't happen either. So right now, Cleveland needs to play from the front to take away people's ability to run the football. And I know it sounds strange. They came into the game, the number 3 in the league against the run. I'm convinced of my eyes now, though, guys. 2 games I plugged in for tapes, Pittsburgh and this one, Cleveland struggled with run defense.
Okay. Finally, what's the upside for the Patriots? Like, what's the best case scenario? I mean, they're running out there Mac Jones and Ramondre Stevenson and a defense that's sort of like Matt Judon and friends. But we sort of all kind of look and go, they're a little better than that. And they do have the guy on the sideline who's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
What's the ceiling for the Patriots after watching them?
No, the ceiling is definitely competing for this AFC East title, which I'm not sure any of us thought was going to happen. I will just tell you, preseason, if you asked me, it was Buffalo and Chase in the AFC East. And to me, Chase meant Miami and New England. Miami has fallen off the pace despite their win the other night. This New England team can get there. Here's how. Continue this track that they're on defense. Continue to be very good against the run. Mac Jones continues to expand, and when they have big plays to hit, he continues to hit them because they're going to run the ball, be controlled on offense. But heck, they tried out a couple reverses today. The screen game worked very well for them. And remember, they've got 2 games with Buffalo. And I go back to last year when I was talking with people from Buffalo prior to the season. I said, hey, this looks like your year. And they're like, hey, until we handled New England, nothing matters. We're 0-6 against New England going into the 2020 season. They beat them twice last year. Looked like they had it under control. Look who's back. Look who's back, just looming, and who's playing well. And they've got 2 games with them now. AFC East is fully in play between Buffalo and New England.
By the way, happy birthday today. Happy 37th birthday,
Thank
Charles
you.
Davis. Certainly appreciate you being on the program. What'd you wish for? What's on the birthday list?
Listen, I got my wish. I'm working with you guys today. What more can a person want?
When you run for Congress, I'm going to donate. That's all I'm saying. You are tactful. You're the best. Thank you very much. And again, happy birthday.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.